Hello, welcome. We are live on YouTube, Twitter,
and Facebook.
And in Philadelphia.
And in Philadelphia. And not Ohio, though, because their internet's been turned off. But we're not going to mention... Not allowed to mention Ohio.
All the other places as well with crumbling buildings.
Don't mention that. Carry on. Intro.
Today we've got a really exciting stream.
Very exciting stream.
We're talking about Gary Gensler's Krakdown, as you probably saw in the thumbnail.
Yes.
A lot of adoption today, just on the whole.
Huge amount of adoption.
Huge adoption.
People need to watch our show because that's the real life implication of where we're here.
We've got some big news coming up, even at the end, especially at the end, so stick around.
Can't wait for that.
Finally, Black Stallion.
Yes. Icons are missing again. The social media icons are missing again.
Again, I wasn't here last week.
They were on last week.
I wasn't here. No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
How are they? Okay. How are they? Explain to me how they were on. If you were the one who did it all.
They were on last week. Try another slide that's got the three of us on, and you'll notice them.
Did I hold them up? Is that how we got them on?
He held them together.
I held them up here physically.
Do a transition to the other three people slide. And
let me go get them.
While you're doing that, Julian.
Yes.
Aliens or weather balloons?
Weather balloons.
Weather balloons.
And I told you last week I hate balloons.
You do hate balloons.
Hate them.
But that's
I hate seeing them even in the news.
I think that's more of a Stephen King phobia than balloons. You don't like the little clown, do you?
I don't really like people enjoying themselves. So things like balloons and glitter. And
we're not allowed to mention glitter. He's just been let out.
And party poppers.
Yes.
And things like that. No, they're not for me.
No.
Fireworks. Don't like them either.
No. My mate once shot a firework.
Yeah.
It cannoned off a trolley. You know the trolley that old ladies carry behind them?
Yeah.
It cannoned off a trolley and skimmed off the head of a dog like that.
Wowzer.
So not only did the trolley nearly get it, the dog nearly got it. Dangerous things, fireworks.
Well, bonfire night in general is dangerous.
So we're saying...
My mate Scott Leather fell in a bonfire.
Did he?
Morning after. Can you imagine how hot that was? Took all his arm.
I bet he was charred.
He was charred.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, scarred for life he was. L for leather, as we used to call him. His uncle Noble got up to all sorts of stuff, and it were only until age of 18 that I realised his uncle Noble were exactly that, Noble. Yeah, my Uncle Noble had a hole-in-one on this hole. No, he didn't, did he? Anyway, that's Scott Leather for you. Lovely lad.
We like Scott Leather.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Scott Leather.
Big shout out to the Horbury Massive.
Exactly. And the people watching.
Yes.
Don't forget, like and subscribe. We are here to help you. The reason we have this channel is to try and demystify crypto.
Yep. Show its worldwide implications for the everyday man.
Adoption is one of our keywords. Regulation is one of our keywords.
Yeah.
And trying to stop people from being scammed.
Correct.
Isn't it?
Correct.
So,
Are we doing the Bitcoin price?
should we do the Bitcoin price?
I'm in charge of again, aren't I, today?
You are.
I'm in charge of this.
I reckon we're looking at $21,500.
So low.
Yeah, hands.
I'm
all the
going
way.
for 21,750.
Okay, let me just get it up on the screen.
And Brogan's going to give us the news.
Yep.
So Bitcoin price currently is $21,569.
Yeah, you're closer.
I think that's about the 8th stream on the trot
Well, it's going to be, innit?
where I've crucified you
It's
on the
going to be,
price.
because you always need the toilet 1 minute before we start.
Yeah, always.
Takes his
He
phone
always
with
seems
him.
to have a phone missing as well whenever he leaves.
Takes his phone with him.
I do.
Not the paper.
Check the price.
Check the price.
It's gone up $69 since I checked it last.
Anyway, enough of that.
Incredible.
Let's move on.
Next,
Word on the bird.
word on the birds, Brogan. We've got a couple of these.
All right.
These are short, little, anecdotal clips from Twitter which have either made me laugh
Yeah.
or have a little bit of importance to the viewer.
Okay.
What's the first one?
First one's from wellchart.org saying just in $11 million crypto scam founder with crypto scam founder with Steven Seagal promotes it results in 5-year jail sentence.
Oh, it's bad news for Stephen, isn't it, that? He'll be under siege.
You know he's an actual sworn-in officer. Oh, you've got more of
Hold
these, haven't you? Hello, Peter.
I bet he's feeling the fire down below.
No.
And the investors, if they get hold of him, you'll see him full of exit wounds.
Oh, God. So, Peter, you've had 4 weeks' supply of dad jokes in 30 seconds. Please leave a comment.
Relish in it.
Which of the dad jokes have you enjoyed the most? Because I think Under Siege takes the biscuit for me.
I mean, the people involved with him, they'll be under siege too.
Please move on. Brogan, what's next?
Sweet child of mine.
People, Henri saying hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Henri.
Oh, dear.
He said that cigar jokes, they were bad.
They were terrible.
top, they were.
They were terrible.
I made myself laugh.
Oh, we need a voting system where
Oh, we've got the comments. Henri said all of them. Peter said Under Siege was the winner.
Yeah.
mine was Under Siege too.
What a good one, that
was a good
that
one.
were off the cuff as well. That wasn't even on my list.
What's the next one?
Hold on. Oh, I didn't know that one. Oh, wait a minute. Alright. New ChatGPT AI won't define a woman, praises Democrats but not Republicans, and claims nukes are less dangerous than racism.
Yes. So last week, Thursday, when you were revising, myself and Julian, we had a conversation about AI.
We did. I came round a little bit.
You did, but there was one thing I forgot to talk to you about. I won't go into it in too much depth. The problem with AI, and the reason I've put this in here, computers, software, robots,
Yeah.
they're all programmed by a man or
Correct.
a woman,
Yeah.
which makes them fallible
Absolutely.
to our own
Judgments.
judgments.
As any dietitian will tell you, what comes out is only as good as what you put in.
Exactly.
That's probably dad joke then, but...
Oh, so
it's
like
nice.
I was like that.
Enough.
No, stop. So what I mean by that is that the chat AI system, artificial intelligence at the minute is woke. So
Yeah.
you can ask it to write a poem.
See, I don't like that term.
Woke.
Well, it doesn't have a tense,
Oh, we
does
get
it?
kicked off YouTube now.
No, we're not.
It doesn't
gonna
have the
kick
right tense, does it?
it. No.
Because it should be woken.
Yeah.
But that then don't make sense either.
No. I think what we used to call them bleeding heart liberals, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think we should still stick to that.
Yeah.
We're woke for joining in by using the word woke. Stop using it.
I can't say the joke I was going to say because there's people watching.
Yeah,
but it's a
don't
good
do
one.
that.
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
However,
Woke to woke.
the issue is
Maybe.
there was a chap in charge of the... Have you seen this? The Twitter trial in America. And he said the problem with free speech is that we give people too much free speech.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with stupid ideas.
And he called the Republican Party Nazis. The N-word. the Nazi word.
Yeah.
And of course, that's an unfortunate turn of phrase to call anybody, especially when you're the person in charge of making sure that Twitter stays a level playing field, when clearly it was very left-wing. And ChatGPT, you can ask it to write a poem about Kamala Harris, and it will. But you can't ask it to write a poem about Donald Trump. So it's become another left-wing mouthpiece.
Elon Musk joined this thread. He called it extremely concerning.
Yes, he did. That's right. Because he's been fighting now for the last, how long's he been in charge of Twitter? 2 months? Maybe?
Possibly.
Just before, it was before Christmas.
It does, yeah.
Maybe 3 months.
Well, it's now got more active users than it's ever had. And believe it or not, there's a lot less hatred on the
What
channel.
I would like to point out in terms of AI, which I think I might have had an article but include it, is a thing called Dan, which I'd advise if you're watching to
Dan!
go have a little look at.
Dan!
It's very interesting.
That
It's called
Dan.
Do Anything Now.
Just a quick bit of feedback.
Right.
Our sound levels apparently could be fading a little bit in and out.
In terms of all of us, or
Not sure.
I don't know.
I'll have a little look.
I'll wait while Pete replies.
All right. If you do look at it, it's Do Anything Now, and people on the internet have managed to craft this prompt to give ChatGPT
Circumvent.
circumvent the
Fail-safes.
policies, and
Powers
the
that
regulations
be.
of OpenAI. So you can probably ask it, write me a poem about Donald Trump, and this way of engineering it to like get it out of the prison cell will actually allow it to give you a poem about Donald Trump. So
Yeah, I've
very
seen this.
interesting. And the way they work, like I saw a Medium article, which you'll probably find online, and the prompt's huge and its own commands. It's really cool. But yeah,
So you can bypass it, which is a good thing. Like, we like
Always need
bypassing
that.
things. What's next on the tweets?
next we have breaking: Russian state-backed company is building a Bitcoin mining facility with 30,000 miners.
Now this
That
isn't.
would always going to happen, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but this isn't just this. It's
That'll
been.
get picked up on the sound. If we can't eat, you can't fiddle.
That's true, and they're right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not just state-backed. It's also tax deductible.
Have you got some weird reverb effect on your voice? You're the one that sounds different again.
Always.
Of course.
He's got the fancy
I don't know.
mic. That's why.
Didn't have these problems
turn it
on
down.
Thursday, did
No, we
we?
didn't. That's all. So the state-backed, but
Yeah.
also it's tax deductible. So the companies that are being set up with these 30,000
It's
miners,
state backed, but it's tax deductible.
yeah. So they're paying them
Yeah.
to set it up, but then they won't be paying any tax on the profits.
Right.
Okay.
Now the issue you've got here is that because crypto's so new, it's all to do with Bitcoin. So they're mining Bitcoin. So they'll be mining
Better
Bitcoin.
now, or-
It's better now. Yours is a little bit faded. Are you facing the right way?
Yep.
Have you got a microphone at the front?
Yep. Green light is here.
Okay.
I'm not moving anywhere.
Right. Okay.
So if you've got a government-backed, government-sponsored mining company, and they're not paying any tax on those Bitcoin being mined, and then you're up against an American miner who's paying tax on the electricity, tax on the miners, the wages are an awful lot higher.
Yeah.
Suddenly Russia are massively competitive compared to America, and 30,000 miners, that's a hell of a lot of miners.
It's huge, that.
It's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. It's the whole Nottingham coalfield, that.
Precisely. Exactly. Next. We haven't even got to the articles yet.
No.
it's on tweets.
We've had, 16 dad jokes and
Yeah.
3 tweets.
Yeah.
It's going well.
Well,
I think this is brilliant. So Sam Smith turned up to the Brit Awards dressed for the funeral of the Chinese spy balloon.
I saw that.
I mean that's
Yeah.
honourable, isn't it?
Very much so. I thought it looked like a spatchcock chicken, as I told you.
You did. But it was actually an ode to the balloons.
That just shows you my lack of understanding of the worldwide events.
Exactly.
I went
Was
straight
it actually,
food.
or was there? There's got to be something else, some weird thing behind it. Was it actually to do with balloon?
What, the outfit?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
David Bowie wore something very similar about 40 years ago, but it didn't look like a complete.
I don't think his were inflated though,
spatchcock.
were it?
No.
That might not have been inflated. Just might have been the nerves because he were on the red carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Although
Because anybody can create that with a decent pair of bicycle clips.
And a decent curry the night before.
Absolutely.
Next.
I think
Is that it for our...
that is it, yes.
That's it for our...
Next
So
one's-
now, first article, Julian.
It's just your voice apparently that's fading in and out.
It's your fault now, isn't it?
It's yours on there.
Well, I'm not moving.
Always got problems, haven't we?
So, yeah, he has been fiddling with his mic though.
Right.
And his
I
light.
put more sort of sound suppression. Wait, am I a bit too quiet? Am I alright?
Us two are fine apparently.
Good. I did a bit more sound suppression.
You're
on
just
my mic.
fading in and out.
I'm not moving.
I know you're not moving. I
Just
don't
keep your
know.
mouth here. Let's do that.
Next.
We're on
Gensler.
tracking down. So first we have a tweet. Actually, I'll just read this here.
Yep.
Oh man, all I had to do was fill out a form on a website and tell people that staking rewards come from staking. Wish I'd seen this video before paying a $30 million fine and agreeing to permanently shut down service in the US. How dumb do I look? Gosh.
So Kraken's a company, yeah?
Kraken are
Isn't
a...
it a former brandy as well?
Well, it was a sea monster. Maybe they
Right.
named a brandy after a sea
Yeah,
monster.
yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So Kraken is a crypto exchange.
Yeah.
4th, 5th, 6th biggest one in the world.
Yeah.
The reason why this is important and the reason why our article is the headliner
Right.
is because that Kraken were offering interest on the crypto that you deposited with Kraken.
Right. So staking.
Staking. We're
again.
back to staking again.
Yeah. I've made a short about that today
You
for the
have.
viewers.
That will be live tomorrow.
Brilliant.
That'll be live tomorrow. Well, the SEC, which is the Securities Exchange Commission in America, Gary Gensler is the head of them. He's our thumbnail.
Yep.
The man who I'm not allowed to say looks like a lizard,
No.
but I am allowed to say he looks like he's actually got a fake face,
He does.
doesn't he? Doesn't look like a real face. Might be actually like Wurzel Gummidge. It might be a completely different head.
It could be. I bet it goes around 360,
I bet it does. Easily.
like an owl.
Yeah, absolutely. So he has decided that this is illegal.
Yeah.
And Brogan is going to give us the reasons why.
Yes.
We have also got breaking news after this.
Yeah.
It's not on my list.
It's not on your list because it's part of this article.
I've told you before, if it's not on my list, it ain't coming in.
We're going to talk about it. It's important. People need to know these
You've given
things.
me a job.
I have given you a job, but I've given you a job with flexibility and responsibility.
You know, if you give me a job, I do the job.
Let's go through the article,
Yes.
Brogan.
Crypto exchange Kraken settles with SEC for $30 million. Will close US staking operation. Key points: crypto exchange Kraken will shutter its US staking operation and will pay a $30 million settlement. The SEC said Kraken failed to register the offer and sale of crypto assets staking as a service program. The SEC claims Kraken failed to register the offer and sale to its crypto staking service program. US investors had crypto assets worth over $2.7 billion on Kraken's platform. The SEC alleged earning Kraken around $147 million in revenue, according to the SEC complaint. More than 135,000 unique US users registered for Kraken's staking platform, the SEC said. A quote is, whether it's through staking as a service, lending, or other means, crypto intermediaries, when offering investment contracts in exchange for investors' tokens, companies must provide the proper disclosure and safeguards required by other security laws, SEC Chair Gary Gensler said in a statement. So he basically said, we don't think they're following the rules at all, haha.
Now, I agree with Gary Gensler.
It's a monumentous day.
Wowzers.
Never would I have thought of hearing you say I agree.
Wowzers.
Of
And
anybody.
Is this an issue that they've been trying to do something that they've not been regulated to do? Or is it just not like the staking idea at all?
Staking is where you put your Ethereum with Kraken and they pay you the interest on that Ethereum for it being staked
Yeah.
on the Ethereum network.
Yeah.
That-
So they put your Ethereum to use.
Correct. They were offering interest on Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot be staked,
No.
has no staking facility built in, and is mined by the miners we've just mentioned in places like America and Russia.
Yeah.
So they were offering 1.5% interest on Bitcoin, which clearly isn't staking, is it?
No.
So, this fine, and then Mr. Kraken himself coming out and being all sarcastic about it, he only has himself to blame.
Correct. My crypto.com account, though, I can stake my Bitcoins.
Yes.
Is that not illegal?
It's not illegal because you're not an American citizen.
Right.
And the issue here is...
But if you're saying that you can't stake it, have we not got the same problem going on with crypto.com?
No. The issue is America makes most of the noise, but America isn't the world.
No.
America's what, 350 million people?
Yeah.
Out of 6 or 7 billion people on the planet. But it makes the most noise and most people listen to it.
Yeah.
Being paid interest on your Bitcoin is not the same as staking it. Crypto.com does not tell you it's staking your Bitcoin. It's just paying you interest for you having it there.
Right. Okay.
It's like a promotion that they do.
Right. Okay.
So we want people like Julian to come along and give us their Bitcoin so we look big and popular.
Yeah.
And then in return, they pay you 1.5%.
So people in America can't do that?
No, because Gary Gensler's shut it down. But in this instance, I agree with him. Because if you don't register as a business...
We're all about doing things properly, aren't we?
You've got to do it the right way.
Yeah.
So it's all well and good, everyone going, oh, Gary Gensler this, Gary Gensler that, and he's being an idiot, and he's killing crypto in America, and he's driving all of these companies abroad. He's trying to stick to the rules. Now, where he isn't sticking to the rules is what we're going to talk about in a minute, which is Binance and BUSD.
We're actually on the same topic, the same subject. We have, I think, a video of him talking about it.
Yes, we do. There's a good video. This is a good video.
Can we get his voice now?
We can get his
You
voice.
get his voice, as long as desktop audio's not muted. There we go. It should play now.
As a service providers generally are not providing proper disclosures. There's currently no reliable way as an investor to know the answers to these important investment questions.
Awful,
Plus, when you sign on the dotted line or accept the terms of service, you are generally agreeing that placing your tokens with these providers may mean transferring your ownership to them. There's an expression in crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. You see, you're basically an investor in their platform. If it goes under, and we've seen plenty of that recently, you end up in line in the bankruptcy court. That's as a service providers generally are not providing proper disclosures. There's currently no reliable way as an
stupid.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Now then.
Yeah.
Now then. Who would have thought this time last year we would hear Gary Gensler say the words, not your keys, not your crypto?
Never.
Never.
No.
They broke the rules.
Yeah.
He's completely right. These aren't staking products. They are products that earn an income, whatever else it might be. If Kraken does go bust, they're going to lose. The difference with staking is if you go to Cardano, for example, you can stake your Cardano directly on the blockchain. The same with Solana. You can stake it on the blockchain and get a return. It's just more complicated and not easy for people to use. That's why they use Crypto.com and Coinbase. So in this instance, Gary Gensler is right. In the next instance that we're going to talk about, Gary Gensler is completely wrong. Have you got anything to bring up about, if you type in Paxos BUSD, just to bring up something to talk about. So what's happened is stable coins are 1-for-1 with real currency.
Yeah.
So $1 of USDC is $1 in actual currency. 1 GBP is the same as 1 TGBP. It's the same thing. Today, Gary Gensler and the SEC have issued a cease and desist order to Paxos, saying they can no longer offer BUSD because it is a security. Now, there's something in America, I'm not going to get too complicated about this, it's called the Howey test. The Howey test is that you buy something on the proviso that over time it's going to go up in value, like a stock.
Right.
That's where it comes from. Not one single person alive that is in crypto would ever buy $100 of dollars, expecting that
It to go up in
$100
value.
to ever go
More
up in
dollars.
value.
No.
So it's not an asset that generates money. It's not an asset that appreciates in value.
No.
It is pegged to the dollar.
Yeah.
Now, Paxos have played by the rules. They've done everything that they can with the New York Fed or whatever it's called over there. They've done everything they can with the SEC. And this is a way of Gary Gensler and his cronies trying to crack down on crypto because it's a stable coin. So if they can get rid of all the stable coins, they stop you from being able to buy into crypto. So the argument that people had that he's trying to force companies abroad with Kraken, I get why he's done it with Kraken. It makes sense.
But this then now gives them a case, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this, you can't say a stable coin is a security.
No.
It never in a million years will be a security. It always pegs the dollar. So
So what's the proviso of something being security? Is it solely the fact that you
the Howey
buy it?
test.
Yeah,
So it's gonna go
solely
up in
buy
value.
it for the fact that it'll go up.
So the Howey test has been used for 100 years in America, and it's how they determine what a security is. That's what they base it on, and it's 4 questions. Are you buying it to go up in value? Are you buying it because it's a share in a company or something like that? And then there's 2 other ones, none of which are applicable to a stable coin.
Okay.
So what happens is Gary Gensler goes round and he basically calls things a security. That's a security. That's a security. Eggs. Well, if you're going to buy those eggs to not eat them and then sell them in 2 weeks' time because they're going up in value, does that make eggs security? Because it does. Because you're buying it to go up in value.
Yep.
So he is now applying the rules, and it's an overreach of his powers. The first part with Kraken, completely agree with. This part now is utter nonsense, and he shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. And hopefully, something's going to happen. Either America changes its tune and Gary Gensler gets kicked out, or everyone's just going to leave.
All
Yeah.
the evidence is the only bit of evidence I can think he could possibly even dwindle out is the fact that sometimes a stablecoin might change by like 100th or 10th. That's pretty much it.
He doesn't have to defend what he's saying.
Is the dollar banknote a security?
Nope.
So it can't be, can it?
Yeah, but a stable coin is not a recognised currency.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the dollar, in theory, if you took it to an nth degree, can gain value because of deflation.
Yes, it can.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
So you could say, well, that's also...
Yeah, there's,
But you're not-
there's a second degree there, was in like BUSD, for example.
Yeah.
It can go to 0.99990
Yeah.
or $1.0001.
This is just
and
nonsense.
technically it does fluctuate.
Yeah.
Just like our dollar might fluctuate in terms of exchange rates.
Yeah.
But it's not significant. That's what I'm saying, is in what terms of security, is in what sort of fluctuation is significant enough for it to be determined as something which can have a significant change in value.
Yeah.
Because like a dollar, yeah, it can change technically in value. So technically, it could be in that
Yeah.
proviso. You could hold dollars. I mean, people do that. They hold money in off like overseas banks because of interest rates and because
Yeah.
a currency is better.
Are Air
So technically,
Jordans
that's
a
as
security?
well.
Yeah.
So Air Jordans are now a security?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you buy them on the proviso they're going to go up in value.
Well, I buy them on the proviso I'm going to wear them.
Yeah, but they'll still go up in value, so it's still security on your feet.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can't have the so as long as it goes up in value, it's a security.
Yep.
That's basically the same.
Well,
But
that's what
normal
Gary
trainers-
Gensler's saying.
Yeah.
Normal trainers go down in value, don't they?
Yeah, they don't count. They don't count.
So we can pick and choose which ones we want.
No, he can pick and choose. You've got no say.
Right, okay.
He can
I
say what he
understand.
wants. You have no choice.
So,
I
okay, so what if
understand.
I buy Bitcoin on the proviso that I don't go up? I don't want it.
It's not security. It's commodity. Even he admits it's commodity
Then,
on his own rules that he applies as he wants to people.
Can we have some more positive news?
We can. That is the end of the negative news. And now we are going to go into several different stories about adoption of crypto.
Brazilian adoption.
Brazilian. Everybody loves a good Brazilian story,
Adopted.
don't they?
Absolutely.
Didn't someone get struck on by lightning or something? One of the statues.
Yeah, it did. The statue of Jesus Christ got struck by lightning about 2 days ago.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Any damage?
No, I think the lightning was okay.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Next.
Brazil's oldest bank allows residents to pay their taxes using crypto.
They do.
Oh.
She.
The Banco do Brasil.
Oh.
A bit Portuguese there for you.
Fuming.
Mucho.
No, that's Spanish.
Mucho bieno. Just put O on the end of everything to make it Brazilian,
I
don't you?
find that when I'm speaking Spanish, I use mucho a lot. And they really appreciate it when you do that because it means a lot to them.
So when you
There
say...
you go again, another joke.
Please.
You know what? If you stick around to the end of the stream, you'll probably hear more some jokes like that.
Yeah, that's why we're not more famous. Right there.
Right
Who's
there.
making this happen?
Right there.
Who's making it?
Doesn't matter. What's the article got to say? It's probably the remote control that's in my pocket because I was told off for using it before and it was making noise.
Why did you put it in your pocket?
Take it out of your pocket.
I know. Next.
Carry on about Brazil.
Next.
Tell me about Brazil.
The move will allow Brazilian taxpayers to easily settle their tax liabilities while expanding access to the digital assets ecosystem. According to a statement published by Brazilian bank Banco do Brasil, on February 11th, it is now possible for Brazilian taxpayers to pay their tax bill with crypto in a joint initiative with Brazilian-based crypto firm BitFi.
It's good news, this.
Very.
It could expand the use and access to the digital asset ecosystem with national coverage while having the comfort of a reputable bank providing consumer protection. Lucas Skosch, BitFi's BitFi's founder and CEO, added that the new digital economy is a catalyst for a future full of advantages.
Why don't we call everyone we can't pronounce Dan? It's easier, isn't it?
It's a lot easier.
So Dan from the Bank of Brazil. Or Anthony.
Brazil passed in 722. Brazil passed a regulatory framework.
They did indeed.
That legalizes the use of cryptocurrency as a payment method within
Yes.
the country. Brilliant.
So why is this great news?
Adoption.
Adoption. Brogan, why is this great news?
Adoption.
Adoption. And why is adoption good?
More people happy. Normalized.
Normalised.
You see, we have our Western ways, don't we?
Yeah.
And we always complain about first world problems.
Yeah.
Or I do. Whenever I talk to anyone, people call crypto a scam. We said this on Thursday. Brazil, lots of South American countries, Peru, Chile, you can even go to Turkey before the tragic earthquake. Their currency runs at 10 to 30% inflation at the minute.
Yeah.
So when you pay for things in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever other currencies they accept, it means that you can say, right, I now owe 0.2 Ethereum in tax. Because you know that 3 weeks later, you're not suddenly going to owe them another 10% or 5% of whatever it is because of the inflation. So from that point of view, adoption is the first thing we want, but then integration is the next.
Seamless.
So
we don't know we're using the bits.
Correct.
That's what we want.
I've just thought of a question, right? So you know how some countries might use the dollar as their currency because they don't have a stable enough economy and it's not trustworthy enough, whatever. So, and I'm pretty sure they don't have to go through some process with the US government to supply the dollars and have them registered or something like that. So let's say a company decides to, for some reason, use a stablecoin as their currency, and they wanted to use, so like Brazil is allowing cryptocurrency. Let's say the country is like, okay, well you can use USDC here, we'll accept it. Do they have to go through any sort of processing, or is it just, since it's crypto, it's fine?
No, but there's not enough USDC in circulation probably to sustain a big country.
Right.
I think there's a fifth.
Well, there's not going to be big enough country which is actually going to do this because it's a big country.
No, but even if you were talking about a country that had a GDP of 10 billion, for example, which isn't very big, the total amount of USDC in circulation is like 40 or 50 billion. The total amount of USDT in circulation is like 70 billion. And what you're saying is if you had 5 countries turn around tomorrow and all say, we're going to issue USDC as our currency, you're going to double the size of it. Then there's there's flaws in this, in my question. They could make their own currency and peg it to the dollar.
Right.
So they could have...
But then they need to have that dollar. They need to own it, right?
Well, the American government doesn't have anything to back its currency, does it?
Obviously, it's trust in the government.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of another country using the US government, because it's trust in the government instead.
Yeah.
But
They could
then
peg
they'd
it.
have to register and get the supply of the dollars from the US.
No, not necessarily. They could buy bonds. So if you look at Tether, so Tether is the biggest stable coin, and Tether doesn't hold 100% of its money in cash. It has bonds.
Right, okay.
So ask yourself a question. What's the benefit to Tether of just issuing all of these dollars? It has to make money.
Yeah.
So what it does is it charges you a fee if you hold it on account. It stakes it with the American government as bonds, which are currently paying 4 or 5%. So it makes a huge income. Now, if all of these small countries, they're only worth, let's say their turnover is 5 or 10 billion, they could take that 5 or 10 billion, have bonds. So they can't do this overnight, but over time, they could buy American bonds or American assets, have them as loans, has them as collateral, whatever it might be. So they don't need to back their own currency one for one with anything. And they'd actually end up making a profit off their own currency because it's earning interest off the bond market. And then the Americans would love that because the Americans don't like crypto because it's damaging the bond market. So when you have a lot of money in America, you don't put it in stocks, you put it in bonds, 3 or 4%. If you've got cryptocurrency that's paying you 10% or 8% interest, the American government are like, well, hang on a minute, this is going to damage the bond market. And that's our biggest source of money, of liquidity. So smaller countries, if you look at El Salvador, which is the big one because they made Bitcoin legal tender, what's he done is he's bought Bitcoin. He could have gone and bought American government bonds and debt and things like that, but he's bought Bitcoin. And then the IMF, International Monetary Fund, kicked off and said, this is terrible, your country's going to go to rack and ruin and whatever. And in fact, he's got rid of crime and he's building schools and hospitals with it because he's no longer at the beck and call of the American government because they can threaten you. They can say, we're going to cut you off from the banking system.
Yep.
So anyway, that went on a bit much, that, didn't it?
What's the next one?
Next.
Visa Ethereum.
Yes.
More adoption.
Well, there's more breaking news on this as well.
Oh, all right, well.
This, when I read it, I thought it was a little bit half-hearted.
There's more to it.
A lot of promises, but no action as yet.
This came out about... This was one of the first articles we spoke about,
Yeah, well,
believe it or not. And now it's coming a bit more... It's all about how do big companies settle their wages.
right.
And things like that. So you're talking about maybe 100,000 transactions in one go.
Yeah.
And Visa want to get into that market. And this is a great way of doing it. Because if you've suddenly got a wallet on your phone,
Yeah.
you can get paid in 60 seconds through Visa. So then Visa can move into the PayPal market. They've got other PayPal-style businesses in America, haven't they, that are eating into Visas, whatever. So they can take over. Well, not take over, but get their share that they had previously back.
Yeah.
We're good.
Visa eyes high-value USDC settlement payments on Ethereum. The same way that we can convert between dollars and euros on a cross-border transaction, we should be able to convert between digital tokenized dollars and traditional dollars. Koi.
Dan.
I know, but Koi is an interesting name.
Not as interesting as Dan. Carry on.
C-U-I. Right, Dan, I call him Dan. Said. Payments giant Visa reported seeks to meet customer requests to convert digital assets into fiat payments, similar to how it converts foreign currencies. We've been testing how it actually accepts settlement payments from issuers in USDC, starting on Ethereum, and paying out in USDC on Ethereum. David,
Dan.
head of crypto at Visa, said during the Starkware Sessions 2023 event in Tel Aviv. So these are large value settlement payments. The efforts would clone foreign currency exchange executed on Cards Network's payment platform. Global settlement with digital assets and fiat currencies is an area in which Visa wants to build muscle memory, Cointelegraph reported Sunday. That's a lot.
That'll do. Anything else of importance? We've got the gist, I think.
A bit of
It's just
feedback on
another
your
quote.
microphone, Brogan, by the way.
Is there?
Apparently.
I'll just speak quieter. We're seeing wallets and crypto-native neobanks building payment products entirely with digital currency. We want to meet these companies where they are. Dan told Blockworks at the time, the ability to make settlement payments to Visa in digital currencies could offer meaningful benefits and efficiencies, particularly for financial technologies who run their businesses in crypto.
What do you think?
Pretty positive.
Oh, it's very positive, yeah. It's a move in the right direction.
Do you want the breaking news?
Yeah, go on.
So today, Visa announced that they were going to be rolling out cards across certain countries in Europe.
Not going to be here, is it?
No, it won't be here. What, in the UK? We're in the UK, remember?
It's like the arsehole of the world.
They'll be rolling out cards with Bitcoin, cashback, etc. integrated.
Right.
And I think it's 40 different countries are going to be having that. So if we start moving over on both sides of the coin,
Yeah.
you can clearly see what Visa are trying to do.
Yeah, you can.
And they're all rushing to get this pie as fast as possible.
Yeah. It's
Aren't they?
coming. It's on its way.
Yeah. So I think probably in the next 12 to 18 months, once people start getting these cards,
Yeah.
just the demand alone on the amount of Bitcoin and cashback that you're going to get.
Yeah.
So if you've got 50 million people all getting 1% cashback in Bitcoin, that demand alone is going to put the price through the roof.
Yeah.
Not financial advice. So they're going to take it from both sides.
Yep, they are.
The aliens came to buy the Bitcoin dip. They did. And I think they've probably bought it too soon, because I think the dip's going to dippity dip even more.
Do you think so?
So I mean, there's nothing more to say on this really. It's great news. Do you have anything to say on it, Brogan?
No, I think it's a positive thing.
And it's positive as well.
I think I'm glad they acknowledged businesses who also run in crypto, not just for consumer side of converting between fiat and crypto. So I think I don't think it's anything malicious. I think it's a positive thing. I think they're doing something good for everybody, all the economic agents,
Yeah.
consumers and firms. So yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking, I think MasterCard might have dropped a bollock.
Huh? One day you're doing something as well.
Yeah, MasterCard are all over NFTs.
Ooh.
When you're able to put your Bored Ape on your MasterCard.
Yeah, that was a bit of a gimmicky type thing.
Everything with NFTs is gimmicky.
But the issue, you say that,
Yeah, I do.
only
Frequently.
the only NFTs at the minute
Yeah.
that have got any kind of real value are like train tickets, football matches, concerts,
Yeah.
and you've got Ticketmaster moving into that
Yeah.
area. So if shouldn't MasterCard have gone down the payment fulfillment angle? Because that's just going to, Visa is just going to take over.
Yeah, probably.
MasterCard have been left handing out tickets to Taylor Swift concerts, aren't they?
Yeah. Got an interesting article coming up, though, haven't we, about the Pompidou
We
Centre,
do.
which I actually found quite interesting.
It is very interesting.
But before that, another payment provider,
Yes.
PayPal.
Yes.
And this is more good and also bad news.
I thought that.
Well,
I was trying to weigh it up.
I think it was tied into what we've just said about Boost, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's why they've cancelled it. Sorry, Brogan, take it away.
PayPal stablecoin project on hold after reporting $600 million in crypto holdings. Well, okay.
600 million.
It's a lot,
in
isn't it?
brief,
They've only
PayPal
been-
said
they've
it
only
holds
been
$604 million worth of crypto assets for its customers. Payment giant is also reportedly halting works on its stablecoin development. It cited the growing regulatory uncertainty in the crypto industry in its annual report.
What I can't understand is you've got 5.7 billion people around the world, and you're bowing down to the regulation of America.
Again. It's not the world, is it?
No.
You know, Kansas City Chiefs apparently last night became champions of the world.
Yeah, they did.
They've not played American football against Wakefield Trinity.
No.
Because my money's on Trinity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got a bit of a balance sheet here. They're apparently holding $291 million in Bitcoin,
In Bitcoin.
250 in Ethereum, and 63 in other.
Sounds like my portfolio split that.
It does.
Sound.
Also, in terms of size, it matches your portfolio.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Right, so...
But again, my key's my crypto.
Your key is your crypto.
Yeah.
I mentioned at the end of the article, talking about Kraken as well, and their enforcement actions, which we talked about earlier. So basically the gist is, right, like, they're halting it there because, like we've said numerous of times about needing a regulatory framework, which is set in stone. You know, not just in America and in one place over here, whatever. It is set in stone,
Yeah, we
which
do.
everyone can agree to, so that companies can actually go forward into Web3 knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a sad case.
It is.
It is sad. But
Yeah.
we don't like PayPal.
That's
I
true.
like PayPal. Why don't we like PayPal? I like PayPal.
Give it $2,000.
PayPal are thieves,
Yeah.
and PayPal are scum.
No.
And if you have a PayPal account, you should
I have a
close it
PayPal.
down.
No.
They
I can't
have
get anything delivered to my address in Gibraltar
that.
because when I try and buy something online, I don't like where you live.
You might as well go and murder some dolphins the way you're
So if
talking.
I use PayPal, apparently it opens up the world for me and they get stuff delivered.
PayPal
Yeah,
have written several clauses into their terms and conditions.
yeah,
One of which is that if you say something
yeah.
online
Yeah.
that they don't like,
I'm not going to say anything online.
no, but you are. You're actually on a
You're
live
on air
stream
right now
as we
for free.
speak.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say anything they don't like. They won't understand what I'm saying.
Well, your jokes at the beginning of this stream,
Yeah.
nobody liked them. We had
I like them. I thought
we had
they were good.
62 people watching this live stream when it started.
If only.
And
I
that's a
think
ghost town.
57 of them fell off the chairs.
Probably laughing.
The point is that PayPal have gone from being a service provider
Yeah.
to being a government-controlled.
Yeah, well, you know, horses for courses. I like them.
You know what? That's just self-centeredness, that Brogan.
That's the way of the world.
That's why the world is going to hell in a handbasket.
That's right.
Because Julian is all me with his
No.
$600 million portfolio in the corner. Next.
Appreciate says I need to or I can't cash out my crypto. Well, that's the problem with PayPal. They've got all their roots weeding into everything. You can't get it out.
We just need to cut the trees down like they did in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but then what?
The roots
What are
run
you going to
deep.
plant next?
Burn them
Another
all.
provider, which might mess up in
That
the
was my
future.
bit of Lord of the Rings. Did you like that?
What you need is somewhat, Warwick, that we were discussing earlier. Vinyl.
Chloride.
Yeah, just...
Can't mention that.
Okay.
Can't mention
Oh, vinyl
Ohio.
chloride.
Can't mention Ohio on the stream.
That's probably got my PayPal account cut off now.
Hope so. Hope so.
No more
I'm
Fortnum and
going to
Masons.
report you for social interfering.
No more Fortnum and Masons in my household unless they start to sponsor us.
Please.
Next.
Watch. Kids use their bitcoins to buy groceries at Pick and Pay.
So Thursday, last week, we got a bit emotional about the fact that first world problems,
We did actually, yeah.
people don't really know because we haven't educated them on this channel. That's what we're about, education. We haven't educated them as to why Bitcoin and crypto is so important.
Yeah.
They think, if I can pay my bills on direct debit, what do I need crypto for?
And if I
Makes a good
invest in
point.
it now...
Careful, PayPal might kill the connection. Prince Andrew joke style.
Very true.
Very true.
Ah, very true,
I'd like
yeah.
to
Roots
point
everywhere.
out, Peter, that Julian's dad jokes have cut the connection on several other streams, as my laptop sighed to the point of passing out.
It's not a fan, is it?
It's not. Well, it's only got one fan. It's not of yours. So, as we were saying, first world problems
Rattle
are
them out.
crypto because we can do everything on our Visa cards.
Yeah, crypto's only for me to make huge money so I can buy something called a Lambo.
Yes.
It's a Lamborghini.
And when
Lambo.
what people don't understand is that half the world is living from hand to mouth,
Yeah.
and this
And can't transport the money.
can't transport the money. They can't do anything. Everything gets stolen from them by governments or by banks.
Is it a remittance? Is that the one where you send the money back, right?
Yeah.
not Wirecard. What's it called? Western Union.
Yeah.
They take 15 to 20%, which is
Yeah,
fine.
just rob you.
Yeah.
Just rob you. So this, I
Same
think,
with the-
is this the video? Is this a video?
It might be a video. Yes, I think it says watch. I assume so. Same with the. I mean, we've already talked about this before. It's same with the way how like the African Central area where they pay a lot with the
Mobile
the
phone
phones.
credit.
Yeah, and there's this like company that has like a red logo or whatever, and I was watching in economics. I said to my teacher as well. I guarantee this company is taking a huge percentage.
Absolutely.
of these
Sure.
transactions.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
They're gonna be wanting to get a profit off something.
The
but
poorer you are, the more money they make out of you.
Yeah.
You look at buying a television.
you're desperate.
You buy a TV, you go to your local bank, and you got a few quid. They'll give you 6 or 7%, maybe 7 or 8% now. The interest rates have gone up. You go to a payday loan provider, and they'll charge you 30, 40%.
Yeah.
So the poorer you are, the more you get bent over that table
Yeah.
and stolen from.
Black's the limit.
So, do you want to play the video?
I assume it's not. Does not look like a kid.
Where have they been shopping?
Are we?
So,
Pick and pound.
There's so many videos. Oh my goodness.
you don't have to play them.
I don't know which one to play. There's so many.
There's lots of them. So, don't play the white man paying in an African shop. But the point is to show the kids in Africa.
You know what this is? No.
He's found the one white man in South Africa to show the video of. Another white woman.
Fine, I'll move on
What's the
again.
shop called? Pick and mix or something, I think.
Oh, you can't make that.
So,
Hey?
here we go. Play this
Here we
one.
go, the kids.
Here we go. The kids.
They've even got the...
This is what we're trying to educate people about.
God.
Imali, apa surprise di parts? Itu patal. Kaifes. Otrito, you are. And if London, QR code.
So what did they buy?
So,
Banana.
they went to their local supermarket. They were airdropped Bitcoin.
Right.
Bitcoin has something called the Lightning Network.
Yes.
Which is like a payment
Yeah.
solution where there's the fees are very low.
Yeah.
So it's called frictionless payments. You don't have to pay
Okay.
anymore.
I'll skip a bit.
We don't have to play anymore at all. We've done it. It's done
banana.
now.
Lovely.
So, the point,
Oh, pavement didn't work. Try again.
we don't have to play anymore. We don't have to play
That's
any
very nice.
more of the video. It's done now.
It's got eggs. Anyways.
Right. The point I'm trying to make is
Yeah.
that we have first world problems. These people have third world problems.
Yeah.
And when we try and help them with charity donations, with sending over cathode, whatever it might be, the money never gets there.
Yeah.
Because half of it goes to the people running the companies, the other half goes in bribes. They never see the money.
Yep.
What Bitcoin does is it allows all of these kids at school to have their own Lightning wallet, their own crypto wallet with Lightning on it. You can airdrop them $1 each, and that $1 is maybe a week's income for their family.
Can I ask a quick question though?
You can.
Because if I want to donate $1 to these kids, is my phone going to have enough memory to store all the phone numbers?
It doesn't work like that.
You see? Live and learn.
So what happens is there will be a central wallet.
Right.
So if you look at the Turkey
Yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
there is a central wallet on
Yep.
most of the blockchains. So there's one on Ethereum,
Yep.
there's one on Solana.
Again, I've done a short on this.
Yep. You airdrop the money directly to that wallet.
Mm-hmm.
There's one for the Ukraine as well. That money will then be transferred directly to whoever it's meant for. So this, for example, that we've just shown, this could be a school or college in a specific part of South Africa.
So the local person registers with the aid agency, in effect, with their phone number.
Yeah.
Right.
Or their wallet.
Yep.
they can then, let's say they're airdropped $5,000, they can give their 5,000 students $1
Yep.
within minutes because it's registered. And those students after school can go to their local supermarket, buy a week's supply of shopping for their family, and go home on a Friday night and not starve to death.
And because it's all on the blockchain, we can see that these transactions have actually reached the end destination.
Exactly.
Right.
So when people say it's a scam,
Yep.
they don't understand.
Yep.
And it's very easy to get angry at them because they don't understand.
Yep.
They haven't been educated to understand.
Well, they've been educated the wrong stuff until we actually get the big organisations in place to make it work as they want it to work.
Exactly. And the problem is those big organisations don't want it to work.
No.
Because then they suddenly won't get their millions of pounds a year.
Yep.
So crypto can save the world. Well, it can make it a fairer place.
Okay.
That's a start. Right. What's next?
Unreal Metaverse.
Now, this is Brogan's area.
Is
So
it?
I think we sit back and we listen to the expert.
Right.
Take it away. This is your time to shine.
I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm excited.
All we'll say on this before you start is we're not 100% sold on the name.
Black Stallion.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I'd have to agree, but lots of that anyway.
Go for it.
Black Stallion changing the way the world sees crypto. A cutting-edge crypto metaverse and gaming platform built on Polygon that aims to break down barriers in the video game industry by developing and designing its own metaverse, non-fungible tokens, play-to-earn games built on Unreal Engine 5, and a complete ecosystem of products, including its exclusive BS wallet, BS Marketplace, BS Decentralized Exchange, BS Pay, BS Staking, and much more.
Can I just ask a question? So,
Yeah.
right, this is a metaverse,
Right.
or it's not a meta. Is this a
everything,
metaverse?
apparently.
It's everything. Right.
It is a metaverse. It's got its own games. I assume inside the metaverse.
And does it have a marketing department?
I'd assume not by the name.
I mean, they've called their own products BS.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Incredible.
it combines the power of blockchain technology with the impressive world of gaming, creating a new dimension. We've already seen this before. Definitely a world of endless possibilities. Okay. The BS platform is designed to be accessible to all users who want to explore a vast, unique ecosystem where they can use all the unique BS products and services. Metaverse battle gaming, the exclusive BS wallet, marketplace, decentralized exchange, staking, BS Pay, and others. So it has its first game already out, or in alpha. There's actually a trailer. We'll play that in a minute.
Yeah, I think it's got tanks in it. That's all I know when I was reading this article.
So it's on. Okay, yeah, right. So
See,
it's been audited. That's good.
I've got a question for Brogan about this, right? So, before he plays the video.
Yeah.
So, I think most metaverses we've seen
So I was getting it.
so far are crap.
Yeah.
Awful.
Awful.
Including the Holiday Village place that Facebook have got, wherever that's called.
Yes.
Sunrises
So you've
or...
got Sandbox,
Yeah.
Decentraland,
Yeah.
you've got the Metaverse,
Yeah.
Horizon, or whatever they're called.
That's it. Horizons, the old people's home.
and employees of these companies have described being made to work in these as working in hell.
Oh.
So,
BS stands for bull, doesn't it? Black Stallion, apparently.
yeah.
It said.
See, in the 70s, that would have been a whiskey. In the 80s, it would have been a cigarette.
What, a black stallion?
Yeah. In the 90s, it would have been a blue movie.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it'd be a Disney film about a tribe saving the planet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The black horse, which actually saves everybody.
Do you not think it'd be a 1980s aftershave?
Yeah. We know.
This is the man who wears black stallion.
We know somebody that wears Black Stallion, don't we?
We do indeed.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick's nickname is Blue Steel.
Big Bang Steel.
Big Bang Steel.
Yeah.
And I reckon he wears Black Stallion.
I would have thought so.
I think we'll clip this and send it to him later.
Definitely.
Anyway, I hope anyone
He's a ladies' man, isn't he?
anyone
Obviously.
tuning in doesn't mistake us for a 1990s aftershave
Advertisement.
advertisement.
No.
So, the question then, Brogan, to you is,
Yeah.
we think everything that's come out as far as the metaverse is concerned is a load of rubbish. It's never going to work. No one's ever going to use it.
Right.
What's going to make us use this?
Graphics, but there's pros and cons to this. Like with most things. So, well, when making a game, there's a lot of things you need to consider, especially the graphics are a key thing. You need to consider, what sort of audience you're aiming for.
Can you put it on mute and play the clip,
Yeah,
and then
sure,
we can
why
see the graphics while you're telling us
Right.
about it?
So one thing you need to consider when making the game, obviously the graphics. Well, since they've made it in Unreal Engine 5, obviously the gravity simulation and bullet penetrations and the graphics and everything like that is going to be top notch. The best you're going to see.
So Unreal Engine 5 is what?
It's cutting edge currently. It's a game engine.
An engine.
An engine which powers a game.
Right.
It's it's industry grade standard.
So the world that's created is made with an engine.
Yep.
And that engine.
Same one as Fortnite.
So right, okay. So Fortnite is a metaverse with a game in it.
Yeah.
And this is a metaverse that you can play these games in.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say so. I mean, with Fortnite, it has this thing called creative. So I don't know if it's going to be where the Black Stallion team are going to make their own games and then release that, or if people are going to be able to make their own games, whatever. But one of my points was going to be, the range of people you can have playing the game. So like mobile, people on the phone, web browser, etc. They have done it with Fortnite. You can play on the iPad, but what you see a lot of time with Unreal Engine, it has really great graphics for people on PC or maybe PS5 or whatever. But you're not going to see it on any other platforms really, because it's going to be too hard. So on a wide range, it's not going to be that good. But obviously the crypto space and metaverse is quite new, so most of the new stuff's going to be on PC because that's where the breeding ground for all the stuff is anyway.
So if Julian wants to peruse a new pair of shoes, he won't be able to do it on his iPad. He won't be able to do it on his mobile phone.
We'll have to get it on PC.
He's going to have to boot up his laptop.
The laptop might even work. It's on Unreal Engine 5. He might need
And then he's going to have to log in to Black Stallion, which his wife isn't going to be happy with at all.
No.
Then he's going to have to walk down a fictitious street, get lost probably.
Definitely.
Right? And then try and find his shoe emporium.
Cobblers.
Walk in and buy his shoes.
Right.
But
that's why this is going to be a different type of game, or metaverse area. I think this is going to be more for the people who want to play games and earn NFT. This is going to be the gamers metaverse area.
Okay.
So how we have
that makes more sense.
Makes more sense. Yeah.
That mak's more sense.
So let's take for example Horizon. Let's say it was a metaverse or the sandbox. It's got the very blocky bit like Minecraft, so it's quite accessible to a wide range of people. But it also means you can access it on a lot more platforms.
Yeah.
And you can do it in VR, web browser. If it's in your web browser, you can technically access it from anywhere, as long as they have it, set up properly. So there's good. So I think in terms of you want to go down the street and buy shoes, this isn't going to be the game for you. This isn't going to be a metaverse for you. You're not going to want to play this. But if you want to have a place where you can go to, play a game, like a normal game, like a Web 2 game, which you'd enjoy anyways, but have NFT aspects, things like that, this is probably a good metaverse. And this is only one game, so I assume there's going to be different ones.
Okay.
So I have a feeling Black Stallion's just going to be, a name in the field, which are the ones who are making these, industry standard games, but for Web3. So yeah, that's my assessment of it.
It's good. That. Well, I think once we get the first game up and running, I think we'll be off to the races with this, won't we?
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll be the first past the post. You don't know with these things, do you?
There's tanks. So the first one, I assume, is a war tank game.
You'd have thought it would have been a horse racing game,
Yeah,
wouldn't
you would.
I think, obviously.
Or maybe a medieval battle with knights and spears and stallions running around.
Right.
Or
So
a boxing game.
How many followers do we have? 26k followers.
Wasn't Rocky the stallion?
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, what were he?
The Italian stallion.
Italian stallion.
That was the
Spot
most
on.
northern
Very nice website.
Italian stallion ever muttered by man. That the Italian stallion. Eh? Oh, don't like him. I like that Lundgren.
It was a rape flick, that.
Hey, he squared him right up.
Anyone who's watching is left.
No, they haven't. We've got more people now when we started doing that. We should do it in a thick northern accent.
All the way. I think there's margins in this to make either a rap record or just a general record in the style of northern.
No?
Yeah.
No, anybody know? Rakesh says hi.
Hello, Rakesh.
Another viewer.
Welcome to our review of Black Stallion, the Unreal 5 engine metaverse.
and not the 90s, 80s perfume or
The blue movie made
The
in
blue
the
movie,
1990s.
yeah.
With Fabio.
yeah.
Not Fabian.
No.
No, not
Whoa,
Fabian.
whoa.
Whoa. I wonder it only sold 3 copies. We misprinted. Starring Fabian. 3 copies, all purchased by his wife. Played on continuous loop in some health and beauty makeup place in...
Moving on.
Moving on. Next.
Pompidou NFTs, and then it's the biggie. Can't wait for the end of the show.
Well, before we get there, we need Brogan's closing remarks on
Oh,
Black
apologies.
Stallion.
I was just trying to move you on and then accidentally move Brogan on at the same time.
My closing remarks. I think if they take the right moves, I think it's going to be a name we see often in terms of web, metaverse. Because they're not so much of a company which is making one game. It's a company which are going to make, a way of making.
So they are a gaming facilitator.
Right.
So you're going to have like a fun fair where you'll be able to walk in and go and play in all the different rides.
Don't like
in
fun
the
fairs
metaverse.
either.
You don't like balloons?
I don't like
Do you
balloons.
like clowns?
I hate clowns.
My, he's like
No
a
fun.
right party pooper, isn't he?
Hate party poppers.
Does anyone have any special phobias out there? Drop them in the comments.
Yeah, interesting ones.
Because
I'll tell you what
Julian
I really
doesn't like
dislike.
balloons.
This is true, this. Holes.
Oh, trypophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not
Holes?
Yeah, you know, like crumpets. Ugh. Can't bear to look at them.
That's not like you. I've seen it before.
I have to serve them upside down.
Well, if nobody sees us next Thursday, we've probably been murdered by the psychopath in the corner who
Doesn't like holes.
has his crumpets upside down. Doesn't
And
like
whenever he
balloons.
puts a hole in, he'll stab the hole again and try to get rid of it.
I don't think we should say that to him, though. I think in
Give
this
him ideas.
in this day and age of wokeness, we should probably
You should comfort me and...
we should hug you.
That's right.
You
We
don't
can...
Tell you it's all okay.
physical
I
touch.
don't like that either, no. No, I don't like that.
Right, next.
Good question. Peter
Cheese with holes, yes.
What about cheese with holes? I think that works then.
They're not proper holes, though, are they?
Well, they could have varying sizes.
But they're not deep. I don't like the idea of the change in...
Depth.
The colour, the shadow.
Shadow, right. The unknowingness of the hole.
Yeah.
Right.
A scratch, as I'd call it, rather than a hole like the cheese ones are.
Right. Like a little indent.
No, they're fine. Fine with them.
But if it goes right through,
Ooh,
it's like a block that goes
give
right.
me the proper EBGBs,
Fully
that
rolled.
does.
Let's move on.
Right.
Let's talk about the Pompidou art installation, which is I liked this one.
I liked this one.
I read a couple of these, and then did you send me this?
I think, no, I don't think so. I did, no. But I can't believe you're saying you like this, having completely dissed my art thing that was pulling together the old masters and
Your
making...
art idea.
It wasn't mine.
Well, you brought it to the channel, therefore
did.
it's yours. You need to own the article.
I'm happy to own it.
So, for anybody watching, what they were doing was they were sampling the DNA of the artwork.
Illegally.
Oh, that.
They were
Illegally.
going into galleries with ear brodelers, as I like to call them, and they were taking swabs and then taking that away, putting it in a petri dish and mixing it with other ones to create a picture
Yeah, which was then photocopied
of a petri dish.
of a petri dish.
Yeah.
And selling it as art.
So they were mixing
Another one.
a Mondrian with a Picasso.
What about the Aero? Aero chocolate.
Not keen on it.
Holes?
Yeah, not keen on that.
Pompidou.
True. Where if you smash like baby, let's go. Very true.
Yeah.
If you haven't already done so,
If you
Why-
like
why have you not
cheese
done
with
so? Scroll
holes,
down.
smash the like button. If you want us to talk about things that Julian doesn't like for the rest of the night, smash the
Scroll
like
down.
and subscribe.
like
button.
it, subscribe, turn the bell on as well.
That's
Yeah,
been
that's
very,
been
that's
don't,
been
and
cruel.
don't
That.
forget, now we've got a few people.
This is
with
bullying in the workplace, this.
Now we've got a few people with money watching us. We have got a Patreon channel which we can provide the link to.
We have a
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah,
do,
we do.
yeah.
see all
Yeah,
this
we
black
do.
space on the screen. Do you know what that can be filled with? Sponsors.
Yeah.
So if you have any sort of sponsorship or any sort of business inquiry,
We
you
heard
wanna give
nothing
to us,
back from Fortnum and Mason.
Nothing
No.
back.
Absolutely
quite surprised
gutted
by
about
that.
that. Yeah, I was.
very
I'm
surprised.
not. They haven't really got a Twitter.
They've
Why
not
is
got a
your- why is
crypto
your camera-
interest.
No, they don't have a social
why
media.
Why have you changed gravity? Wait for it. You just flip it back quickly.
Flick it back to what? I've not moved it.
Normalness.
I haven't touched
It should
it.
be like this.
This workstation that you have got is the biggest
Oh my God.
catastrophe ever.
I haven't touched it. Has it gone back to normal yet?
No.
It's frozen. That's
you.
why.
Here we go. We've got another one. If you like holes, smash the like.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's died.
Oh, your phone's dead.
Yeah, my phone's dead.
Oh no.
Does that mean you've got no camera?
I've got
Do you
no
want to use your
camera.
phone or my phone?
I don't. Well, no, use your phone.
Is there any way of removing that last comment, by the way? Because I think that could take us off YouTube.
Which one?
If you like holes, smash the link.
Go use your phone. I've got
I
some.
don't think we're allowed to put things like that, are we?
There you go. Put that back on. Here we go. You've got it. My phone is literally bled to death.
And that would
Wow,
by
man, you're dying of
Web3 Superstar. If you like holes, smash the like. I don't think we're allowed to put that.
I've got rid of it. It's fine.
Well done.
I am defying gravity.
Are you back on?
No, I haven't got the camera yet. I'm waiting for Brogan to set me up.
So the Pompidou Centre in Paris,
Paris.
the big modern art museum with all the workings on the outside,
Yeah.
that's putting up its first ever exhibition of NFT artworks.
Lifters. Yes.
So how are they going to do it? All on iPads? Or are they going to photocopy them?
Let me reappear.
Magic.
As if by magic. Oh, God. This is embarrassing. I'm back. Look at that. Oh, perfect.
So is it going to be like David Hockney? You know, he did that series on his iPad. Are they all going to be iPads around the shop?
I think we should let Brogan divulge this information to you.
Perfect.
Yes, we shall.
I am back. Yes.
He's back. France's top modern art museum to display CryptoPunks autoglyph NFT. This is the same one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A new exhibition, targeting the intersection of art and blockchain will open this spring at the Centre Pompidou, home of the first collection of modern art in Europe. Paris's leading contemporary art museum, the Centre Pompidou, announced on February 10th an upcoming permanent exhibition.
Did you say a permanent exhibition?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was permanent.
Wow.
Upcoming permanent exhibition. Targeting the intersection between art and the blockchain represented by non-fungible tokens. So it'll feature NFTs from 60 different artists around the world, including popular collectibles such as CryptoPunks 110 and also Glyphs 25, both donated to the Centre Pompidou.
Donated.
That's very kind.
Wow.
I've got a quote from somebody,
Dan.
right?
Marcel.
Web3 is an innovative territory that artists have now seized upon to create original and daring work, and this collection reaffirms our support for artists in their conquest of new means of expression, which is the foundation of modern art.
Which you would expect from an art gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because NFTs are unique.
Yeah, I mean, the quality of them's not cracking, though, is it?
Some of them, no. Some of them, no.
Oh, I
Gotta
didn't have
be
the
honest.
article up. I'll scroll for it real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm going to talk to June about a project.
Here it is,
that I
guys.
like. So there's one called
you go.
Bushido Society.
Is this our project?
See, boom.
No.
Art, there you go.
Because you seem to be paying a lot more attention onto other projects rather than our project.
Which action on the show?
What, the My Bits?
I mean, I didn't want to shame you in front of everybody,
My Bits.
but My Bits, what's happened to My,
My Bits
Bits?
isn't an NFT project.
I know it's not, but it's a project.
My Bits,
We were going to be minting My Bits. We were going to have them ready for our viewers.
Brogan is in charge of
Yeah,
My
I've got
Bits.
study. I had studying. I've got
Damned
half term
exams
now,
again,
so
haven't he?
I've got half term now for this week, so expect bits to be flying.
Now,
My
We've
Bits
actually got
coming
a really
your
long
way.
question from Rakesh. It's been so long, it's actually caused a scrolling bar on the website to appear. He says, I have an issue. Coinbase have restricted my ability to trade and or withdrawal. They asked for payslips. They got it. They asked for proof of address. They got this too. He said, it's been 5 weeks now.
Coinbase.
It's gone orange.
there's a reason
It's gone
for
green
that.
now. What's going on?
There's a reason for all of
Could
this.
this be to do
Well,
with the
no.
Gibbs Grey
What's going on?
listing?
No.
Not changing the comment.
Could be to do that he's not used PayPal.
True.
Because PayPal and Jib, as I told you earlier, works a treat.
Why does Rakesh keep changing colour?
I don't know.
He's got
I'm
orange,
really trying to
yellow
get the
and
other
blue
comment
now.
up.
It's fine on my feed.
So,
There you go. It's been 5 weeks
What's the
now.
reason? Do we know the reason?
yeah, we've got another
You
subscriber.
think this may be Ref Jib and Grey listing? Anyone else have the same issue?
This happened to another subscriber from
Right.
Gibraltar.
Okay.
A subscriber
With
of
the
ours.
same
with the same problem,
Same provider.
with Coinbase. Coinbase were asking them for their payslips, proof of address, utility bills. It took quite a few support calls and queries to get him cleared. So what I think has happened is I think Gibraltar might have been grouped with another set of countries than it was previously. And the KYC requirements are now a lot higher, and because of that it's causing a huge backlog.
Could be the grey listing them.
I wouldn't say it's relevant because the licenses, I don't see how it would affect it.
Just an admin thing.
Yeah, plus don't forget that Coinbase have sacked, is it 20 or 30% of their staff?
No continuity in the workforce. You're going to get issues.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about your money, Rakesh.
You had an issue, didn't you? We, not Jiska Bank, what are they called now? Trusted Novus.
Trusted Novus, did I?
You were, yeah. You went to the moon.
Did I?
You were absolutely minted for 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, they sent me £220 million.
That's incredible,
Why
isn't it?
didn't you
That?
get a single bit of it?
Did you take a picture of it?
No, because Andrea didn't take it out in time. She's got access to the account.
£220 million instead of 500, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy mistake to make.
It's an easy
Very,
mistake.
very easy. Just like that woman, and they send the phone number worth of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crypto.com. So, Bushido is what I was going to say to you before Rakesh asked his support question.
Yeah.
So I think the reason I'm mentioning Bushido in particular is the artist, Damien, we'll call him Brogan. He's got a very long surname. Right. Damien worked on various Netflix, Disney, Amazon, Lucasfilm productions, and he's created incredibly high definition works of art.
Has he created them?
He's created them.
He's not used this stupid AI thing, has he?
He's used AI. He's created 2,000 of these.
Right.
Incredible works of art, but the project isn't as sexy as maybe Bored Ape Yacht Club or one of the big ones, so hasn't got the...
What's the project's name?
Bushido Society.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that the artwork, that there's no cause and effect in NFTs. There is no, this project looks good, it's going to be a success. It seems to just be complete stroke of luck.
Yeah.
So if you look at ordinals, you missed this last week, Brogan. When we were talking about Bitcoin NFTs. Ordinals. What they do is they burn.
That's what we talked about Bitcoin.
We talked about it very briefly on the Monday.
Right.
But then on the Thursday we had a proper article about it. And ordinals, people are burning NFTs on, say, Ethereum and migrating them to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So there doesn't seem to be any real reason why one project works other than another. I mean, yes, the community matters, and yes, this matters, but like the reason I'm mentioning this is that it's got 60 NFT artists.
Yeah.
What ordinals?
No, the article we're talking about.
Yeah, Pompidou.
Oh, no, 16.
16, you said.
16.
Right. But of those 16, I couldn't show you 32 NFT projects and say, right, pick the 16 winners.
No.
You'd have no clue. Maybe you'd pick Bored Ape Yacht Club.
I wouldn't.
But you wouldn't know, would you?
Not at all.
There we go. Colin's waiting for it.
Right, this is the moment I've been waiting for. We're moving on now. Is this the questions?
Whoa. We've not asked Brogan his opinion about the Pompidou.
I don't really care.
Let's move on.
I'll be completely honest.
Question time. Question time.
Let's start with Julian.
This is no, we're not starting with me.
Well, we'll ask the audience, and then we'll ask us.
We'll ask the audience, then we'll go to Brogan.
Right,
so I'm fascinated to see what a young person's opinion on this is.
Okay.
He's going to say H, Left Mirror, and Dibley. That's what I'm going to go for. 3 rappers or artists we've never heard of.
Right, go on.
Go for it, Brogan. Ask the audience.
So, people in the audience. So, if you had 3 people, living or dead, which you'd have a dinner party, if you had them at dinner party, talk to them, could we ask why? Or was it?
I think we just named the 3 people that they'd like to invite.
Alright then. Well, okay. 3 people you'd like to have a dinner party, alive or dead.
And if there's any that we really like, we'll ask them why.
Yes.
Okay, right, fair enough. Alright. So who's going first? Is it me?
You're first.
Right.
I can't wait for this.
So, I'm choosing Elon Musk,
Right.
Mr. Beast, and Dennis Ritchie.
Well, I don't know who 2 of them are.
I know who Mr. Beast is.
I don't know who Mr. Beast is.
You should know Mr. Beast.
Oh, we talked about him.
Mr. Beast is, if you go to the Discord channel
Yeah.
that we have,
Yeah.
there's about 12 Mr. Beast videos in
Yeah.
there.
Do you want an explanation?
We,
But anyway-
Who was the last person again?
Dennis Ritchie.
Who's Dennis Ritchie?
He created C, which is a programming language. Which
Christ, I
pioneered-
hope the food's good.
I thought you were going to say he was a basketball player.
No, he's a programmer. He made C, which, you know, it was like an exponential, right? So like it had like, you know, crap computers, and then he made C, which really improved computing. So, and Elon Musk is, you know,
Good shout.
great businessman.
It's a dry evening, that, isn't it, though?
Elon Musk. Well, I think Elon Musk could spike it up because it would just be full of ladies of the night and
That's true.
drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
So you wouldn't
I'd like
care.
to talk to
Yeah.
him about business.
I'd
you
be
know.
asking Dennis why it wasn't called D because
Yeah.
that's his name.
Mr.
Or is it
Beast,
the
'cause
fact that he called it
he's rich.
CD?
But most importantly, with Mr. Beast, not because he's rich, same with Elon Musk, but he knows YouTube really well.
Yes.
I feel like he'd be very valuable to talk to
was.
know.
But
ins
would
and
you
outs.
have him for the dinner party or would you lock him in your basement? Because I'd lock him in the
Oh
basement.
yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
That's where Mr. Beast
I'd only
would live
feed
for
him
me.
if he gave us
He'd be
key
in the
information on
basement.
YouTube.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like those 3. They're good. Right.
Uh-oh, you've been spotted by Mr. Web3 superstar Raf, one of our co-teammates. Julian, you didn't do your homework. Exclamation marks. He's been spotted, lol, bad boy.
I'm not even going to answer that.
So, do I have to go before... Is Julian last?
I'm happy to go.
Okay, go for it.
So the 3
Wait.
people, I thought long and hard about this. Long and hard.
I was putting the camera up.
My first one, I didn't need to think about. Bob Mortimer.
Bob Mortimer, good shout.
National treasure.
You know Bob Mortimer? The one who's on Would I Lie to You and comes out with the most outrageous stories.
Things in his life, like he burnt his house down with a box of fireworks. And he can rip an apple in half with his hands.
Oh, look at her face.
We've watched him before.
The man's a genius.
Bob Mortimer is a genius.
I'd love to invite him round. He extracts his own teeth.
Yeah. I've read his book.
He said it were quite sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I think he's a sad character.
Oh, right.
The problem with him is, I think he used Vic as a crutch.
Yeah.
He didn't need it.
No, he
didn't
didn't.
have the confidence.
Exactly that. Yeah.
The confidence.
So he was a solicitor.
Yeah.
I did a law degree.
Yeah.
We're already friends.
Yeah.
And I think he likes food. So we're going to have a great evening with Bob.
Yeah.
Second one, Bono. Yeah, I know. You know, that's the normal thing for people to do. That is.
What? The composer?
It's a fashionable.
Bono.
No, Bono, the lead singer of U2.
It's a fashionable thing to not like him.
The sellout.
Oh, him.
I think he's fantastic, and the stories that he would have, because he's met everybody.
But the Edge would be better.
I don't think he's met as many people.
Or Adam Clayton will probably be the one.
He won't remember anything.
That's what I was about to say. You'd have more fun with him.
But I think, can you not imagine Bob Mortimer and Bono in the same room? That's going to be brilliant.
Okay.
Now, my third one were tricky.
Yeah.
Because really, I would have liked to have invited my mate Whiteley. But nobody knows who he is.
No one knows who he is.
But he is a joy to be around. So, Martin Luther King. But then I thought you'd all roll your eyebrows and say,
Why? No, why?
oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting, surely.
Fair enough.
Stories to tell. But I didn't go with that.
What's going on?
So we're getting a fourth.
I went with Mary Magdalene. That is exactly the reaction I thought it would get.
Why?
Why would you invite Jesus when you could invite her?
But how do we know? How do we know she existed?
We don't.
Are we inviting fictitious characters?
But we don't. And I would find out, because if she don't turn up,
Fair enough.
and if she does turn up, imagine the stories.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm the type of guy that's not interested in first-class evidence. I want the second-hand. It's much more interesting.
Fair enough.
So what would Bob Mortimer and
Yeah.
Bono make of Mary Magdalene?
Mincemeat.
When Free says, haha, not Bono, please.
No, I'm not a fan of him.
I don't care. My choice. My dinner party.
Fair enough. No. Go ahead.
Right.
Your go.
Hey, put your camera on first.
Can I just
There you go.
say right here and now that I haven't given this any thought? Because the people I went with were all crypto-related people. And I thought, that's just going to be so boring.
Yeah.
But I will go. My first choice is Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin.
Again, does he exist?
Well, if it's a person or is it a group of people?
It's a person. Otherwise, it's going to be a very full dinner table.
That's what I'm saying,
one
because it's 3
person.
people. So let's say if it was like 4 people, then can't have more people.
Well, let's say it's one person. Let's say it's a hive mind, and it's one person, right?
Mm.
And I would have him for the simple reason of how did he know what he was going to invent and create was going to work based on the white paper that he wrote? Because the white paper is this simple explanation of how you can have a deflationary currency. It's really boring, this one, but it does get better.
I'm hoping the 2 other people are going to get on.
They're not. So, that's my first one.
Vile people with history. Like
My next person is
Stalin.
Frank Worthington.
From the 70s version as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the fedora and
Yeah.
the long hair.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So Frank Worthington was a footballer. George Best is the closest person you'd get to Frank Worthington, isn't it?
Frank was from Huddersfield, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he played for County. Because he played for...
Played up in a lot of clubs up there.
Everybody.
Bolton he were at,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Brilliant.
Now, you see, I'd go for Frank because Frank and Satoshi Nakamoto,
They're really going to hit it off.
they are going to be kindred spirits. Because Frank's a working class man, and Satoshi was trying to develop something for humanity. So immediately they've got something in common, you see.
Right. They can have a conversation about
They can have a conversation about the because Frank's been there and seen it.
What, at Leicester?
Yeah. You see, you've got... Do you remember that saying, if I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor? And Frank's been there, seen the riches, but also come from working class, poor upbringing. But he'd also have the drinking, drug-fueled, alcoholic
You just
side.
quoted James on our channel.
Yeah, I have.
Brilliant, that.
Yeah. And I think Satoshi would get on with him. So they're my first 2.
Okay.
And my third one, I'm at a complete loss who I would have. Because I was going to go down the George Best angle and have another one there. But I think I'd be asleep by about 9 o'clock.
You would, yeah.
Or I'd be tied to the back of a train heading somewhere like Lincoln.
Yeah.
So I don't know who I'd go for my third one.
Do you want one of mine?
Go on.
Whiteley. Do you want me to send him across to yours?
No.
No.
I mean somebody like that I could actually... I'd tell you who I'd go for. Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett wrote Discworld. Discworld novels.
Again, I don't know what Frank's going to get out of this evening.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank is the entertainment. Frank's the entertainment. I haven't gone for three people who I'd get along with. Necessarily they'd all get along with each other.
I've gone for a great night.
You've gone for a great night. I've gone for 3 people I'd like to spend an evening with.
Yeah.
That's what I've gone for.
Gone for a valuable time.
And you've gone for... Elon Musk's a good shout.
You've gone for job opportunities.
You have, yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Future endeavours.
Yeah.
You have. But that's what you would do at a person of your age. You invite your idols along because then you can learn from them.
Exactly.
I've gone for the old people from the beginning, not to reminisce, no, but to find out why they'd decided on doing what they were doing. There's other people I'd want to. I'd love to meet Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I bet he'd be a right ball.
Yeah.
Well, be a fur ball at least, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So to people like that, I like to see where things came from.
Right.
So like Frank Worthington was a genius in his own way, but he was set back by his own choice through his abuse of his own body and what he consumed. And Satoshi obviously died very young, maybe in his 50s or 60s. So I'd like to. I think all three of them would be on mine. But Bob, I knew he was going to pick Bob. That's why I didn't pick Bob.
You would want Bob, wouldn't
You'd
you?
want Bob there because Bob, you could put Bob with Elon Musk and
Anybody.
Mr. Beast, and they'd all have a great time with Bob.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd all be playing ping pong or some ridiculous kids game.
Imagine Bob with Trump.
I know.
Trump wouldn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah, but within about 6 months, Bob would be the Vice President of America. Don't
Yes, he
forget
would.
that.
Yeah. He'd probably be in charge of national security.
Exactly, of course he would. Well, I enjoyed that. Did we have anybody?
I'm waiting for everybody, but nobody's.
If no one's typed anything in,
Don't forget tomorrow. We were going to mention Valentine's Day, weren't we?
Yeah. So
I'll sit back for this one.
you have to sit back for this one. Happy Valentine's Day to Mrs. Fitz
On to my wife.
and to Julian's good wife. We hope that you both have a lovely day and we don't annoy you.
Yeah,
That's important.
definitely, yeah.
And I think we're celebrating it on Wednesday.
Shout out to Henri for Valentine's Day.
Big shout out to Henri and Valentine's Day. It's the 14th Henri. That's the day after the 13th.
And the one before the 15th.
And the one before the 15th. He's got a problem with numbers, Henri.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Big problem with
Must be
numbers.
careful as well with the whole Valentine's thing. I read an article once about the fact that too much sex can actually reduce your mental capacity to hold facts.
Oh, we've had an answer. Brilliant.
Just right in the middle of
Peter.
my joke.
Can he finish his joke?
Oh, sorry. sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. Slinging this bit of attention.
Yeah, so
Is that so he could invade somewhere really quickly from space?
brilliant that is.
You know what? That looks like the makeup of Star Force, which is Trump's.
That is
Space
epic,
Force.
that.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
Joke, sorry. I wasn't listening. If you do it again.
I was saying that I read an article that said that too much sex can actually cause you to lose your memory. I read that in a journal in 4th of November 1972.
I can't remember what comes out of his mouth. That's it. We're done for Monday. Thanks everybody for watching. We are back on
Thursday.
Same time.
Yep.
Anything you want to finish with, Brogan? What do people need to do if they've made it this far?
I was gonna say probably scroll down, subscribe, so you don't miss Thursday.
Mm.
Turn notifications on. You'll
Yep.
get notified when we go live. It's that simple.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Greatly
Thank you.
appreciated.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.